up, Habib?
hear
Can
me?
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud
Yes,
and clear.
I can hear you.
All right. Been a while. How have you been?
Nice. How's everything?
I'm very good. We thank
Yeah,
God.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
So when are we starting or have we started already?
So I reached out to yeah, it's already live.
Okay.
It's great
All
having
right.
you here. This was impromptu, but still you scheduled out time. I was not also prepared for this, but I
Yes.
want to see how the outcome for this. I think it's something we can actually do. And thanks for
Yes,
accepting
yes,
my
yes.
invitation. So
No, the pleasure
I'd
is
like
mine
to go
actually.
ahead. I'd like to go ahead. Just continue from your own end. Yeah, yeah. So from your own end, just tell us who are you? Who is Habib Lawal? What do you do? How did you come up with? Let's start from there. Who are you and what do you do?
Okay. I'm Habib Lawal. I'm a tech entrepreneur and business strategist, and I co-founded Gasfuel and Twitter AI, a platform that references documents automatically. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything I have at the top of my head right now. If that counts.
Yeah, as I got you. So
All
Habib
right.
Lawal, co-founder of Gasfuel and Twicker. How do you spell that Twicker?
Yeah. TWEAKRR.
TWEAKRR. Oh wow, that's nice. I think I've seen you discuss about it on Builders Cabal, you and one other guy like
For
that.
fun. Yeah. That's the co-founder.
Oh wow, that's nice. So what is Twicker all about? I think I have an idea of what Gasfield is. So can you just tell me
Okay.
what's Twicker all about?
Okay. So there are lots of almost every single student that goes to the university. You are meant to like do one or two research works at the in your final year, right? So when you're doing papers like that, um, you're meant to like in your research paper and your documentation, you're meant to add in-text citations like with the papers you read that you got your research from. You're supposed to reference them in your actual document. So and currently, the tools that we have globally are tools that I mean, they automate it in some way, but they have their own learning curves, and they are not as easy to use as you might expect, right? So Twicker is that platform where you just upload your document, right, and with just a few clicks, you download already referenced
Yeah.
documents. Like you download your document back with the in-text citations and reference list already there, and that's actually the only platform right now that does that.
Yeah, I think I got that. So Twicker is a document management or something like that. That's nice actually. I love how innovative you've been. I remember when we started the first time you called me,
Thank you.
I was still at Yabatek and you called me, you were like you wanted to have a conversation about gas feel and how we've been able to take up some how we've been able to penetrate the market. That call still is still in
Yeah,
my I can still remember it. Where I was where
yeah,
I was seated when you called, I can still visualize it. I'm actually happy
yeah.
for
Same
the
here.
kind of the way we've been able to relate over the years. I think
Yeah.
we met this year, right?
I think it's last year actually. Last year.
We met this year,
It
right?
was last year. Late last year.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. We met late last year.
I know we met at yeah.
Yeah, at one
Oh
of those
wow, wow,
tech
wow.
events that we
Because I know
we
we met
hosted
at
last year.
I think it was held
Yeah,
by this
the Builder
we were
Summit.
invited by Shegunko,
PCT
right?
me. Sorry.
Oh, wow, was that the first place? Was that the
Yeah,
first
we were
place?
already on Builders Cabal
I'm
together.
trying to remember. I'm trying to kind of thinking. Ah,
Yeah, so it was at that
wow,
event that
wow,
we
wow,
actually
wow.
met physically for
That's
the first
nice.
time.
That's nice actually. So how is business going? How is business in general? Let's start from there. Let's have a discussion from that end.
Yeah, I mean, generally still in the starting stage relative to like where we're planning to be in the next couple of years. We're still just starting, right? But things have been going great actually. I mean, we're talking to customers, we're getting people to use our services, right? And that's what actually counts. We're getting traction, and yeah, the issue of fundraising relative to Nigerian tech entrepreneurs is still there. But yeah, we're working to get more traction, to enough traction to convince an investor that okay, this works and this is highly scalable and this is something you could put your money in and let us grow together. Yeah, basically that's how business has been. Just trying to get more traction, enough traction to win investors over. Because to scale, right, we need like more capital than we currently have. Do you get? And that's like one thing that pre-seed stage startups are generally having to
Yeah,
worry about. Yeah, just
you're right.
getting more traction, more and more traction, and getting more connections with investors.
Hmm. You're right. I think it's come to a time in the startup journey, especially while building in Africa or in Nigeria. You try to raise
Yeah.
funds and you'll be like, these guys are not, they're not even giving me listening ears. I feel like this is the kind of stage where I am now. So let me speak from my perspective. Like,
Okay.
I'm this kind of stage that I'm kind of tired of chasing these guys. And my mindset is, let me build this shit. When it gets to a sustainable level and I have these customers, they will be the ones coming to look for me, knock on my door. That's kind of my perspective. I don't know.
Exactly.
What do you think about that?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that's basically it, right? That's the right way to think about it. That's the right way to think about it. Because nobody wants to miss out on the next Uber, right? Or the next Paystack or the next Jumia in terms of like businesses that are building things in the e-commerce market, like e-commerce space, right? So like nobody wants to miss out, but then there is a pool of like people that are building in these markets. Do you get? So what would make you be the one investors are chasing is that traction that you have. So and I even stopped running after investors actually. Like right now, our focus is just more on just making more sales. I mean, on our own end, we believe our business is like profitable enough to sustain itself, and we don't necessarily need to raise funds. At least that's what we are using to make ourselves feel better for not being able to pull as much investors as we want to. We just know that all we need to do, like Alex Omozi usually says, is more volume, right? If we do enough volume, it would be unreasonable for us to not do well. Right, so we're just focusing on that now. Like we're not focusing our energy on any investor at the moment.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, what you said is
That's
is, is basically the
perfectly
fact.
fine. Hmm. Because I feel like most young entrepreneurs now, why they're entering the startup scene, is because they want to raise funds
Hmm.
or they want the title CEO. I've been seeing it all around. Like I'm even thinking, do I throw away this CEO title because it's everywhere now? Everybody's CEO. Like I'm not thinking, okay,
Yeah,
everybody's trying to be
even
a
even
CEO,
even
but
the people that
I
are running WhatsApp TVs now, you hear CEO of
literally,
XYZ TV.
you're right, you're
Yeah,
right. Hmm. You're right. So there was a time I was like, when people were throwing around CEO, I think somebody was having that conversation. I was like CEO, and I was like, no, I'm not a CEO. Um, I can say I am a business person. When there's a difference between being a business person
okay,
and being a CEO. If you're a business person, you are looking for opportunities to make
yeah,
money. That is it. You're looking for opportunities to make money, opportunities to
yeah,
innovate. That's a
exactly.
business person.
Yes,
When you say a
thank you.
CEO, you are
Yeah,
just
yeah,
executing. Yeah. When a CEO executes,
yeah.
like you're
So
executing
you see
something, but
that
I'm not
topic
just a
that topic you
CEO,
just
I'm
started.
business minded.
Yeah. You
Yeah, go
see, that
ahead.
topic you just started is one topic that I find interesting actually, because I don't know. I'm right now. I'm trying to. I don't have the words yet, but I'm trying to like um define things differently in the sense that I'm trying to like create a difference between calling ourselves a startup and calling ourselves a business. Obviously, a startup is a business, right? But then, when it comes to doing business in this country, do you get like doing business here, selling to people? You need to understand the people. You need to. There are lots of things we need to figure out, and not everything is about adverts or billboards or things like that, right? I mean, things that a startup would normally do if they want to get more customers, right? If they want to get customers, you'd hear things like doing Instagram ads, doing Facebook ads, uh, maybe looking for distribution channels and things like that. But then when you start thinking like the same businesses that is on your street, the guy that sells beans and rice and frozen foods, right? It's not like you're executing like them, but when it comes to like getting customers, when it comes to like making sales, if you start thinking like a business, someone that is supposed to like put in X amount of money and make like you know Y amounts of money back, right? Like things just change. You realize, oh, there is a way that these people are already like getting their customers, and all you have to do is just scale that thing, like do more of it instead of trying to, because a lot of things like even marketing in the startup space, right? Like there is a lot you need to learn for you to be able to like execute in that regard. You need to know the people, know how they live, know how they think, for you to be able to sell to them, right? And then you realize that the in the traditional space, people are already doing these things. They are not just systemizing it, right? And
Right.
that's where you would come in. You're doing it in a more systemized manner, not like thinking like, oh, think like Airbnb for instance, or thinking like Paystack, or thinking like all of these big companies or the foreign ones. You get, there are lots of,
You're
there's this
perfectly
guy, his
right.
name
You're
is,
perfectly right.
yeah, there's this guy, his name is Feyolu Bodu, and basically what he teaches is how an African consumer is a villager, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, and how for you to sell to that person, you need to know the things that moves that person emotionally. Yeah.
Hmm.
So there is a lot to that space, and I think if we start thinking like normal businesses, you would definitely find things a lot easier. Like when it comes to marketing to your customers and getting your customers to use your service, you see that you don't necessarily need to do new things. You just need to do the same old things in like new ways.
Correct. Yeah, you're right, bro.
I don't know if that
Um,
makes absolute sense. That's why I said
makes
I
sense.
don't have the words yet, but
Hmm.
that's basically what I think. I mean, from our
But
own
you're right.
experience when we just started, we gave out a lot of flyers, right? And only like the percentage of the amount of return that we got from that was nothing relative to the amount we spent, right? We put up a billboard promising people 1 million naira, right? To we basically created a content challenge, and the idea was that you post about us, the person with the highest views or the highest engagement wins the 1 million naira, that kind of stuff, and people still did not turn up. And then when you actually go deep down and you see what actually moves people, it's not really that money. It is like them, not just the money. They need to be sure that that money is going to come. One, because a lot of them, they've already seen these big companies like MTN do these things, and then they think, oh, nobody actually gets that money. So none of them actually turned up, right? But if you go the traditional way, like door to door, for instance, you see how much customers you can actually get, and all you just need to do is knock on a few thousand doors, and there you have your customer, right?
Yeah.
So
I love how you jumped into your business and explained the kind of problems you're already facing. And I think just to be clear, what we are trying to say is like for a business, you are
Yeah.
operating in a normal environment, and this thing that
Yeah.
we are trying to do as business owner, not as a norm as in fact as CEOs that are out there,
Mm-hmm.
people who call themselves CEOs, what you should be trying to do and leverage is build in a way and scale it. You are building a normal business. There's nothing different from Mr. Okoro that is on your roadside. There's no difference between you and
Exactly.
Mr. Okoro on the roadside. He is selling rice and
Yeah.
beans. The same way he's trying to look for customers to buy his product. The same way you who
Exactly.
calls yourself a digital CEO, let me say digital CEO or internet CEO.
Yeah.
The same way you should be
Yeah.
trying to look for customers. You should go out there, not just sit down in your house and say, "Oh, okay, I'm supposed to do it this way," or okay, I'm trying to scale to Mark Zuckerberg level, or you'll be
Exactly.
looking at Mark Zuckerberg and trying to emulate him. He is on another
Exactly.
level entirely. You can never compare
Yeah.
yourself to him here in
Yeah. I mean,
Nigeria.
eventually you would
As
get to that
Nigerians
stage.
are.
I mean,
Exactly. If
eventually
you
you
keep it
get to
up,
that stage. Yeah,
yeah,
but by then you already know the things you need to say to move your customers. You already understand them. You know them. Like you know how they live. You know how their day goes. Like you know your user persona. You know where they live. You
yeah,
know how their lifestyle is. Right. So
mm,
in your communication strategy, in your adverts that you would eventually do, you would already know what to say and how to say it. In your ads, you already know how the room setting is going to look like. That is going to make it similar to the room of your typical customer, how they live, and you slot yourself into their daily lifestyle from the ads.
yeah,
Do you get? But you won't figure that out
yes,
unless you've actually gone out there
and
or
sweat it.
you
Yeah,
already live like one of them. Yeah.
mm, you're right. You're right. Yeah, totally right. So I really want you to go and ahead with the conversation about your business and the promotions you've been
Okay.
trying to run or you've been running, because I can see you are already doing it. This is one thing we also did when I was running about tech delivery and on campus. We tried a lot of these because
Okay.
my mindset was do anything to get the customer on board, because the customer is the person who is going to pay the bills. So without the customers, we're not going
Yeah.
to nobody's going to eat. So I feel like you should go into it. What are the things you have tried? What are the things you've seen failed? What are the things you are still looking at trying? Yeah.
I think um okay, because we ourselves are still learning, right?
Yeah.
And we don't stop learning. And we are even yet
Mm.
to actually figure it out. It's something we figure out on a rolling basis, right? So it's not like we started making like lots of sales and lots of money enough for us to like give advice to anyone. But when it comes to, I'll just put this in summary, right? In summary, like the things that we've basically seen so far, like comparing what the startup mentality wants us to do and what we've actually done, and see like which ones that have worked. I would still say um the things that the all the scalable things you might think you all the scalable ideas that you might think you already have, that, oh, I just
Yeah.
need to have money and do this thing, right? A
Mm.
lot of them will not work. And the reason is we ourselves, we always think, oh, marketing is like I mean, beginners, people that are just getting into business, we think marketing is having just one big campaign, right?
That blows
That
up.
would work. Yeah, and then if you do that campaign, if people see your flyer, they will start buying.
Mm.
Do you get? That's like a typical beginner, right? But
Mm.
how marketing actually works is um when you show up in someone's face once, that's just you're just creating awareness. In fact, like at that point in time, the customer probably has something else they are thinking about. You're not even a
Mm.
priority at all, right? The customer needs to see you or hear about you at least 4 times before they actually convert into buying, and that's even if they are a potential customer.
Mm.
Do you get? And now for you to do that,
Yeah.
you don't even need to now start doing, oh, because they said 4 times, then you now go and do um 4 different marketing campaigns on
This-
Instagram, TikTok, Snap, and the likes, right? Or put up a billboard. I mean, those things are touch points too. They are going to work.
Mm.
But then
Yeah.
even on those marketing materials too, what do you know what to say on them that will make your customer start buying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The copy.
So there
Yeah.
is a lot. So
You're
in the
right.
beginning, the best thing is just like, I don't want to quote YC because I also, my hypothesis is that, like, following like lectures, marketing lectures,
Mm.
so from YC, from the likes of YC, is only going to derail you more than it would put you, like, set you on the right track.
Mm.
Because the moment you start thinking like the business is over there, you would think your customers are like their customers too, and they are two different things.
Yeah. They are two different people. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are
So
right.
in the beginning, just do things that don't scale, just like they say. But make sure you're not just, your main goal is not doing things that don't scale. Your main goal is like trying to know your customer and knowing what would make them buy, or what will make them use your service, or just try to know as much about your customer as possible. Yeah, that's all you should be trying to do in the beginning. And then you would, among the things you are trying to do, you see, oh, when I did this person bought. And then one of my mentors said, if you do something that gives you $1, right, all you just need to do at that point in time is to just do like that thing 1,000 times
That.
more to get a thousand
Yeah.
dollars
Hmm.
Yeah. So at that point in time, your goal should not be just to spend money, spend money, spend money, and
Hmm.
do this Instagram ads, or do this flyer, or do this, things like that. Your goal should be like just trying to to know the customers better. And I wish my co-founder Timisha was on this call as well, because I'm sure there are lots of things that we've learned that I'm missing currently, right? That he would have added while I'm talking, because honestly we've learned a whole lot. We've learned a whole lot. Number one, marketing is not just about making spending money, right? The goal of marketing is not to spend money and then get customers. It's not something you just push. You just pump money into the market and expect money to just come out somewhere on the other end.
Those come out. Yeah.
Yeah, you have
Over
to you have
time.
to
It's
and
over
money
time.
does not
So.
replace your sweat. Yeah, like, you
Hmm.
would realize that even the people that are running like unicorns, right, big
Yeah.
startups, right, they are still doing the volume. They are still doing the hustle, the hard work, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the things that you see about them online is, oh, their ads, their
Yes.
billboards, and you think that's all they are doing.
Hmm. Don't know what's
And
going
then
on
that's
behind the
that's what I'm saying
scenes.
about it. Yeah, that's what
Hmm.
I'm saying about a beginner now. We always want to replicate what we see. We want to copy what
Yeah.
Y Combinator says. We want to. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
when Y Combinator says um the business, like, building a startup is hard, they are not talking about building the
Yeah.
product. They are not talking about building your app or your website or your web app. They are talking about getting the customers.
You are
Do
right.
you get?
That is the
That's
that's
not.
the
That's
hardest
not.
part. That is the hardest
Yeah,
part.
but when we are
Hmm.
starting, because building the product itself is hard, we think that's the hard they are talking
Yeah.
about.
Exactly.
Meanwhile,
You
the
are
hard
right.
that
You are
we are
right.
talking
You are right.
about is the marketing, is getting customers. Yeah,
The
is
day to
getting the
day
customer.
after the product has been built, selling it to users is the hardest part. Selling it to users, begging somebody
Exactly,
to use your product
exactly.
literally.
And the reason why it's
Yeah.
hard is because it's not. I mean, it's not just about spending money. If it was about spending money, they will
Hmm.
not say it's hard. They
People
say it's
spending $1 billion.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they say it's expensive, but it's hard because you have to go out there and work. If it is cold calling you're doing, you have to do like loads of it.
Yeah.
If it is
A billion times.
door to door, you have to do loads of it.
You're right.
If it is just like staying at the bus stop and talking to every single person that is coming into the car park to
Literally.
get a
Just
bus.
get somebody in the door. Try to use it. Yeah.
eh,
Hmm.
exactly, yeah, that's what actually works. And then you realize that the amount of money you actually need to spend is not as much as you would spend trying to do things that are scale.
Mm.
which will not even
You're
get you
right,
the results you
sincerely.
want. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I love the way you put it. You put it straight, but there's there's nothing wrong about people watching YC videos. I do them. I watch them, but I try to because I know that the market is different. Silicon Valley is different from Nigeria. I try to, okay, how can I pattern this? If it is not something I can copy into the Nigerian market, I just trash it away. But if it's something I say, I can literally take some playbooks from here. I can take some playbooks from here and then use them here in Nigeria. Fine, I use it because when I watch some of their videos, there are things I learn and be like, okay, I love what this founder did here. This is the way he was able to sell to his customers. This is the way he was able to, and it's helping us today at Paid Use, where we've been able to copy some things over from what founders share on Y Combinator and a lot of podcasts like that. When I watch
Okay.
this podcast, the only thing I'm looking to learn from them is, what what's this person saying? How were they able to penetrate the customer? Because right now I'm trying to penetrate a customer. I'm trying to see how did you do it? How can I copy it? And those things. If it is something I'm able to bring onto my own, I copy that. And if it's something I cannot, I just trash it, or I keep that back of my head. In the future, it might be useful. So yeah, I feel
Yeah.
you really hit on the point properly, and I really enjoyed that part. So I'd like to talk about your some of those ads like you've run, like the billboard you put up. How did the idea come about? How did you guys just how did you think about crafting it? And concerning the messaging, the copy, like you said, not everybody can come up with a copy. I might wake up tomorrow and be like, I can wake up tomorrow morning and be like, I want to run this ad for this social user. But if I don't understand their day to day, if I've not been building for them, if I've not been speaking with them, I will not be able to tweak
You'll not be able to
the
speak their language.
copy of the ads. Yeah, to be able to speak their language. You correct. So how were you able to come up with it, and how has it been in general? Yeah.
It's pretty much from we started running this thing April of last year, but we only went
Mm,
live January this year. That was when we started our pilot program, and it might surprise you to hear that even till now we still consider what we're doing as a pilot program. Right? We are still in the pilot stage. We've not even started business, right? But in the whole journey of of selling to customers and customers giving us feedback on, oh, whenever our customers want to give us a review, the two biggest things they compliment is our speed and our good customer service.
nice, nice, nice.
So, and then we also realize that, oh, majority of our customers they don't really care about whether it is cheaper, or they don't care about the price. Do you get? When you are delivering like value, the price, like the price is not the top priority. The price is not what comes to mind first when you're
Hmm.
delivering value. Do you
Yeah.
get? Your customer just knows, oh, these people are delivering, real value. How, and then you just send invoice. Of course, some people will be price sensitive, but most people, what they care about is the speed and how you treat them.
Yes.
So yeah, that's basically the language we discovered about that our customers speak. That's their language, and in all of our
Speed.
copies, in all of
Hmm.
our, yeah, that's the main thing we speak about.
Makes sense.
Do you get? So we basically ask for feedback from the customers. We see the things that is constant in what all of them are saying, and then we basically just speak that language. Another thing is, when you're writing copies for your marketing campaign, you don't try to be fancy. Trying to be fancy has killed a lot of, like, your copy can your design your marketing material can have great design and still not be, you
Hmm.
might still not be saying anything. In fact, from
Yeah.
my experience, I got to realize that some of your flyers doesn't even need text. Literally,
Hmm.
like, people read pictures more than they read text.
Yeah.
Right? People don't
Pictures tell
actually
1,000 stories
read
more than yeah.
exactly. So just the picture, sometimes if you are able to do a great job as like depicting what you do through the picture, through the static picture.
Mm.
All you need next is just the call to action and maybe your logo somewhere
Do
on it
this.
and your name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Right. So you just need to be able to speak a language that these people would respond to emotionally. Very important. And don't say, oh,
Emotionally, yeah.
um, we're revolutionizing. I mean, you're talking to your customer, right? Or
Yeah, you're not
unlock
talking to
your
investors
greatest
here.
potential. Yeah, yeah, like
Mm.
unlock the next blah blah blah. Blah. Do you get like if you look at the companies that are actually selling to that people are buying from the most, they are companies that they
Mm.
speak the people's language. Indomie would say, "Mama, do good, do you do good." They are not. They are not. They are not.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, they are not singing that melody in English.
Mm.
You get. You can put
Yes.
pidgin in your copy. You would have to like your copy to your in your communication strategy. It has to be like try to make sure it's last. Like people don't have to think to understand what you're saying. Don't use words like
Mm.
merchandise or you want to like do something for, let's say you're a club owner for instance, or you run a lounge and you are trying to like do this dirty December stuff for people to come and have fun, and then you're
Yeah.
saying something like uh you know uh like some weird words, like ember moments, or ember sophisticated,
Yeah, those
whatever.
words,
Do you get? Or
yeah. Just break it down, make it simple. Let it be relatable. That's what you're trying to say, right?
sure you get. Yes, do you get? Even if it's
Mm.
just three words like "come chop life," it's enough. People would
Literally, it
actually
tells
get it.
something.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So just
Yeah,
just speak
you're right.
people's language. That's what I would say. Speak the language of your customer, not your language. It's not about you. It's about your customer.
Yes, it's not about you. It's about your customer. You're
Yeah,
right. I love
yeah.
that part. Mm. Mm. That's totally right. So, how is relationship with your co-founder and your partners? Relationship with your business partners? Like, yeah, you do gas delivery and
hmm
fuel delivery. What's the relationship like with your partners and the people who work with you?
I mean, honestly, it's in all aspect of our journey, right? Of
Yeah.
like of the company, in all these like the teams that we have in all the sectors, all the employees, and us the managers as well. Like I try as much as possible to not make this feel like a workplace per se. I wanted to. I've always been trying to make it feel like a family. Do you get? Even if it's someone we
Mm.
just hired today, right? We would invite the person over. We would talk. Do you get? Would probably take a walk if needed. Do you get? And yeah, trying to create a culture where everybody feels like, even if an employee is saying sir, like maybe referring to me as sir, I just try to tell them to not do that, right? Because they are not working for us; they are working with
Yeah.
us. Do you get? So I think that
Makes
has
sense.
actually made the relationship very good. Do you get? Very good. Even when we are low on runway and then we're not able to like pay you on time. Do you get? Yeah, even the ones that will be like, no, it's not about the money. Do you get? Like
Makes sense.
let's work regardless. When the money is there, you will pay us, of course. Do you get? That
Mm.
kind of relationship would not exist if they were feeling like they were working for us, not with us. And we try to make sure that every employee is invested in every team member, sorry, is invested in seeing where this goes.
Yeah.
Do you
All
get?
right.
A lot of people are not working with us because of where we are currently, but because they are interested in seeing. I mean, let's see where
What
this
this
goes.
can
Yeah,
become.
even with that kind of like system, we've been able to get people as if in the graphic design space, we were able to like pull like one of the best people in the country currently. And whenever he wants to help us do designs, he doesn't really charge us much. And he's always invested. He's always praying that, oh, I pray this company goes like really really big. I just want to see you guys succeed. I want to see you guys go big. Do you
Yeah.
get? And that's because we prioritize the relationship more than anything else. Yeah, performance automatically comes when everybody feels invested.
You're right. I feel like I love that part, sincerely, when you talk about your guys. Sorry to ask. What's your team strength like? How did you get that?
Sorry, come again. I didn't get that.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
I said, what's your team strength like? Like, how many people are currently on your team?
Oh, I mean, we're not a lot, right? Currently, we have three co-founders and about five team members.
Oh,
Three
that's nice.
co-founders and
So you,
extra five
oh,
people. Yeah.
oh, that's nice. That's nice. So now you have a CTO, because I remember the last time we had a
Mm,
conversation.
yes, we have a technical co-founder.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
That makes sense.
let's not start using the same CEO, CTO, COO. It's too
Yeah,
early.
you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. So I remember with last time we had a conversation, I was like, you need a technical co-founder because he's the
Yeah.
person that is going to help you drive development and the likes. Nice to see the
Yeah.
progress actually, and I actually like the fact that you mentioned they are working with us, not for us, because I feel like
Yeah.
it's some misconception with some people when they're trying to build, be like, try to drill down onto somebody like this. I don't think I've seen more of that in Nigeria, but it's something that happens definitely. Some people will actually have that
Okay.
mindset of I am the boss, but I've
Yeah. I
also not
mean,
had that kind of mindset when I'm working with people, and it has drawn people to me because I think it will actually bring people to you that want to have this culture of family culture. I want to help. I want to assist to build
exactly.
a vision into something
Exactly.
big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. The job of a CEO is to actually guide everybody towards like the goal that we're trying to like achieve, and you have to like
Mm.
yeah, like in doing that you need to manage people. Like right now we are still even like trying to work harder to learn how people do what we want even better, right? So okay, we are
Mm.
trying to hire someone for this role. How do we make that person um you know do their job
On the
as
road.
as efficiently as possible? Do you get? It's
Mm.
something we figure out every single day. Do you get? It's an endless endeavor. Do you get? Trying to learn
Yeah.
how to manage people better. So yeah, so people management is something very very important to learn, and it's something we're still like in the process of cracking.
Mm. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. What
I've
about you though?
also
What
like
about you?
tried.
At paid use, I see that you guys have launched and you guys are doing like really really great. So I mean, I've seen your names. Like I check the Bidask about group chats sometimes, and I see, oh, paid use, paid use, paid use. I saw someone promoting it recently, saying if you're, I think if your business is trying to like maybe process money or something, right? And it was like use paid use. Was that you or someone on Bidask about community?
Technically, not me. That's not been
Okay.
me. And I think I
Yeah.
should
So I
actually
saw
check the
someone
community
post
because
about that recently.
wow, I've not seen that. I literally have been trying to leave the group chat, so I will not communicate that. So let me see. Let me search. Okay, paid use. Sorry, I might be a little bit. Let me see.
Wait, you're trying to leave the
Yes.
community. Why though?
No, 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 not like leave, leave, leave. Not like leave, leave, leave. I
Okay.
want to like push myself a little away from it because I've been kind of always wanted to see the narrative of what people think about me. Like that has been the mindset I've had over the years. But now I'm trying to, push back and anything that wants to happen will happen. That's the kind of mindset I'm kind of having now. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe it's another group, but the group I found is not that Builders Cabal. I've not seen anything like that. Probably it's another group I'm not on, or any other groups I'm on, but I have not seen. But yeah, with paid use, we've been able to launch. We've been able to launch. We've been working on it since last year, November. We became 1 year this November,
Yeah, I
58th.
remember very
So
clearly.
yeah, anniversary. Yeah. So we started working on it last year, November. I found an
Okay.
idea, a problem while I was on campus. I needed
Okay.
to pay my faculty and departmental dues, and I was like at that time I was in the middle of building my business, going to classes and the likes. I was
Okay.
like, so I cannot pay my dues online. I have to go to a bank. I have to make transfer and then go and print receipt and the likes. Normally, I do pay one
Yeah.
of my
Yeah.
classmates. Normally, I do pay one of my classmates. Okay, please help me print out all these things and go and submit a beg. That's what I would do normally because I didn't have that time to go queue up at
Yeah.
anywhere to print or anything. So I started thinking about it. Why can't somebody innovate around this? Like, why is
Yeah.
there no solution? Or why can't the faculty or department accept their dues online? Just like I'll pay my school fees. I can pay my school fees online, go to the school portal and the likes. Why can't I do the
Yeah.
remaining other little payments online? I started going into the rabbit hole of this is the reason. Maybe they don't have regulatory permissions or different things. So
Okay.
it became something I started. It's something I became obsessed about little by little. Before I left the campus, I was like, I have to build this. I started working on it, talking to faculty members and the likes. So we currently launched online pages.ng, and we have
Yeah.
a faculty currently testing it. If a faculty has tested it and they've been able to process over 100,000 naira just this month alone,
Nice.
and the SUG body alone itself has grossed over 2 million naira just this month. So we've been able to at least see that
Wow.
traction and see that what we've built has been validated by
Yeah.
by the users. So I'm actually happy with the progress we're making, and we're trying to see how we can go deep with the customers we currently have, and before we start expanding. Before
What
we wanted to
the
like
money the student union gross, like you said, was
yeah
it through the platform?
through the platform. Yeah, they've been able to process it through the platform.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's traction that we are seeing little by little. We're trying to go deep with them now instead of like expanding. Before I was trying to like
Yeah.
see how we can expand, build more tools and see okay for them.
Nah.
Like now I told
Yeah.
my co-founder yesterday, like let's try to go deep with these people.
Mm-hmm.
What else can we push for them? How can we innovate around their business model? How can we give them what can we give them that makes their job smoother? So instead of us to start expanding and go further and leaving the core customer, like we're trying to go deep with them and see how we can push more things to them. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not be easy, but pushing it, we keep pushing it, we keep pushing it,
Yeah.
bro.
That's actually great to
Like
hear, though.
trying
That's
to
great to
sell to
hear.
them alone. Hmm.
But
Trying to
hope,
sell to
like
them alone. I know
in
what
the
it
middle
took.
of, yeah, in the middle of doing all of this, hope you guys are like making sure you are learning from the customer. Like you're analyzing your data. Are you like how would you say you guys are handling like data? I mean, data from the people that are the students that are paying, and maybe the students themselves that they are paying to. Do you have the data of, like, let's say, every single student that has ever paid dues, unpaid dues, like their
Yeah, technically.
data? Yeah, so that you would probably be able to like send them DMs later, and then upsell them on more things and stuff like that, because that's another channel you could use as I mean, when it comes to marketing, right? And yeah, it makes
You are
things a
right.
lot easier. Yeah, so maybe you want to build some tools later to help the student union, just like you're already helping them. Maybe reach the students better or something. You would already have the data, and you won't have to start from scratch.
Yeah, you are totally right. That's we've had to save these students' data. We have them on our database. Anybody who pays, so
Okay.
you have that already logged, and we can literally go
Okay.
back to them. So we are planning. That's something I've been looking into, trying to send them emails whenever they for more things because we are trying to build
Okay.
more features for the product that's already alive. So when it goes live,
Okay.
we are thinking about pushing updates to them, like, oh, this is live. Try to test it and see how they give feedback to it. Yeah, you are
Yeah.
totally right. It's something that we are looking into. We are trying to see how we can reach out to them, like, and not breaching compliance. So it is finance. You're dealing with finance. We don't want to like push some things, push some buttons, and then regulatory, and then we're going to breach regulatory things like that. So
Uh.
it's
Yeah.
something we
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to do that softly.
Yeah, so far as you're not like selling customers data or trying to like
Mm,
um yeah. So if it is for the sake of sending them updates about like or upselling them on things you already like the things new things you're building for them to use, yeah, you're
yeah.
pretty safe.
Mm, hopefully. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
So
keep innovating around it and see how customers will respond.
so are,
We'll
are you
try
guys
it.
planning to move into other schools yet, or you're still working with the current school?
Yeah, we are open. It is actually an open door. We've had people sign up. One thing I've known about fintech is that as you're processing funds for some people will be
Yeah.
saying, okay, it's something that grows. As you're processing for this customer, another customer will be like, I love what these guys are doing. Let me try to sign up on their platform. That's what we've been having,
Yeah.
and we've seen some people sign up and reach out to them. Yes, this week I've had some time to just send emails to customers and be like, why did you sign up? Look at the logs and be like, okay, this is the reason why this person signed up. Like, just reach out to them and be like, yeah, for this, can you expatiate more and things like that. So that's what we are trying to
Yeah.
do now.
And okay. That's relatively like let's say your marketing plan at the moment.
Yeah, marketing plan for marketing, we've been doing it slowly because one thing I've noticed about this this solution we're trying to build is that it's a relationship game. Yeah, it will come to a certain
Okay.
time that we'll be able to come to a certain time that we'll be able to actually scale it. Like, say we start doing ads campaign and the likes. Currently, we have something called a referral campaign, but we're trying to take it slowly, steadily steadily. We are open actually to other institutions to sign up and the likes. We're selling to the University of Lagos, trying to drag their feet. But one thing I've
Okay.
learned is that it's a relationship game. If they can relate with you and they are close to you, they can literally buy your solution. It's something that we are trying to build relationship with the people we are selling to before they can adopt our solution. Because it's finance. Anybody can jump onto Paystack and be like, yeah, okay, Paystack already has a name, Flutter already has a name. But with a new startup like ours, paid use, people will be like, hope these people will not run away with my money and the likes. So we're not going to run away with your money, but it's something that will actually be there. It's so customers, even the people that are currently using us, we hear it from the board members, for the faculty members. Be like, can you trust them? Things like that, and we've been able to build trust over time. So since that trust issue is there, we cannot just jump on to other customers. We Now that we've been able to process funds for this amount of customers, and they've gotten their money out of the system. We already have that playbook to show there. See, this is something you can actually see. We've been able to do it for this customer, and you can trust us to check. You understand what I mean? So, though we are open for other customers. If you can plug me into your, oops, it's no longer on the call. If you can plug me into your market, that would be nice. Yeah, organic FX. The database is good for emails. Yeah, you're right. The database is something that we are looking into. Saving their emails. Though we use Brevo to store their emails, so we can always get back to them, send them emails over time. Thank you for that. Yeah, welcome back, Habib.
I'm so sorry, I lost connection very briefly.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. All right, welcome back. So I've been able to go over paid use and the likes and yada 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 about our business. It's something like, sometimes I don't like to talk about it, but it's something we have to do as founders. Like, when I reached out to you
Yeah.
yesterday, I was like, I want we as founders to be able to craft the narrative around ourselves. That's why I'm doing this. I want us to be able to
Yeah, I
craft
mean
narrative
it's
around
it's a
ourselves.
it's a pretty great move actually. We don't get to talk about
Hmm.
ourselves as much. I mean, they are not going to invite you to come and talk about yourself unless you're up there, right? And it's
Ah,
almost like nobody wants to listen to the founders that are still in the stage where they're like
hmm,
they're working hard, right? I mean, the
hmm.
evidence might not be showing yet, but then it's in process.
You're right.
And if people are
It's in
not
process,
really
and
seeing us, if people are not hearing like what it takes to get there, they would think bidding is actually something you just jump into, get a lot of capital, and
yeah,
then boom, you're known,
you're right.
right? Meanwhile, even if you have
Hmm.
capital, it still doesn't guarantee success.
It takes process. Even with
right?
capital, people fail with capital. People have raised billions and still
Yes,
fail. So yeah,
exactly,
mm,
exactly. So
you're right.
money does not replace sweat, and people
Yes,
need
you
to
still
see
have to
more of the
sweat
sweat.
the
So this
details.
is
Yeah.
so it's been a great
Mm,
conversation so far,
yeah, yeah.
and
I really enjoyed it.
thanks
So
for bringing me here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Habib, I would really love to speak with your co-founder some in the future to hear his own perspective
Okay,
too. But this was an interesting conversation, sincerely, to speak about
yeah,
your
same here.
details, your business and everything. So, is there any other thing you like to share about your business model? How you came up, how you started in the entrepreneurship game? Let me just put it like that. How did you decide to be an entrepreneur?
Uh, that's actually quite a long story, but I'll try to tell it in the shortest way
Yeah,
possible,
yeah.
right?
Just
So
the
let's
shortest
just
as
say,
possible. Yeah, that would be
like
nice.
since I've been like very 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 young, right? I've always been like tinkering with one thing to build or the other, right? I've always been a builder, but then um just like every other person, every other kid, it's always been, oh, I want to be an electronics engineer or an electronics engineer, or then I discovered mechatronics engineer, right? And
Hmm.
along the line, you also get to think, oh, um I will be able to build machines, right, that people would use, and then I'll sell it. Oh, nice. Do you get? And then at that point in time, I had like a very big book that contains like lots of ideas, even ideas as stupid as I won't call them stupid, but like more like a simple box that looks like a microwave where you put your shoes in, and then just go and take your bath and do other things, and before you come, your shoe is like well polished and dusted and all of that. So you just take it and you wear it. So there were lots of ideas around that, and then I came to study mechatronics engineering because I wanted to be the kind of person that could build things like that and then build businesses around it, right? But like pretty quickly I realized, oh, that kind of knowledge is not actually gotten by sitting in the classroom. That was one, and by the time I was able to like break off that system, like dropping out, um it was already like I was already in 400 level. So I'm thinking, like, if I say I should go and start like um learning how to build, you know, mechatronic systems, right, or robotic systems or automated systems, that was going to take me another extra time in addition to time that I've already wasted. So I'm like, why not
Hmm.
just go ahead and start building the businesses, and when it's time, when you have enough money to build the things you want to build, you can easily just hire people to do those things. You get? So that's pretty much it. And even while I was still in school, before I dropped out, I was already like trying to build startups. Like, at least there was a point in time I was trying to build like five, six, seven startups at the same time, naively, right? Before I pretty quickly realized that the people that were trying to be like, you get, they didn't start with five startups. They started with one that is a stepping stone, and then they roll the success over like a domino effect. Do you get? So I dropped every single thing and I focused on gas field, and then I dropped out, and then I've been working on gas field for a year straight after I dropped out. So it's been 12 months already because I dropped out November last year. Do you get?
That's nice.
So
Should I
yeah,
say
so it's
congratulations on, dropping out?
yeah, I mean,
Literally.
that's
Hmm.
that's basically it. And I would say like the things that I've learned, right, outside of that school, because I just pretty quickly realized that I had my goals and my dreams before I even got into the university, and then
Hmm.
my journey for the past 4 years in the university has not gotten me a tiny bit closer to that.
Hmm.
So I just decided to like exit, and it's been a great journey so far.
Yeah,
So
I
I would say
really enjoy that story.
it's not a matter of like um how or when I decided. I didn't make a decision per se. It's something that happened, like, that has been a journey since when I was a little guy till now. So it's like life has found its way to like just keep guiding me towards this entrepreneurship thing, not necessarily my own decision.
That's Yeah, I love that. Sincerely, I love that. Sincerely, it really, that part where you mentioned the books, like write a lot of
Ideas.
ideas that I can
Yeah.
relate. I can relate.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how
Perfectly relate.
builders are made, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's nice actually. Sincerely, it actually builds you. You when you go back to those books now, you'll be like, "Whoa, I literally wrote this." Like,
Exactly.
I've seen some of the
Exactly.
books around the house. I'll just be like, "Wait, did I write this?" Wow. Some of those things actually they are ideas that can still be explored. When you explore them,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I saw one very recently.
they can
Very
literally become a
recently.
billion dollars. But when you look back, be like, those resources might not be there now, but it is a problem. It's a pain point. Let's just put it that way. A pain point that
Exactly.
still needs to be solved. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one
Mm,
very very recently. Right. One of the things that I did was these frames that you put in your living room.
mm,
Do you get those frames that you put in your
yes.
living room that usually have static pictures? So like just
Yeah.
making it have an LED screen instead. So you can
Hmm.
change the picture in the frame in your living room like anytime.
Big
And I saw it
screen.
recently. It was already like made, and that was something that I came up with when I was still in SS2, SS3.
Yes, yes, I see.
Do you get? And very
I
recently I
get
saw it.
you.
I'm like, okay, okay, okay. This is nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of
So
feeling, I get it.
yeah, so those are the things that I want to be able to build, and that was what made me like decide to study mechatronics.
Mm,
But then you already get the story.
makes sense, makes sense, sincerely. I think the road to being an entrepreneur, I don't still like there's an argument, are entrepreneurs born or are they made over time? Like I feel yes, anybody can become an entrepreneur, but
Yeah.
entrepreneurs are kind of born with it. They're kind of born with
Yeah,
this spirit, this like
with this
do something.
stubbornness.
Exactly. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Like the stubbornness to actually do something. Because it's not easy
Yeah.
to stay with something for years and try to build,
Yeah.
build, build before or try to
Yeah.
sell, sell,
Giving up
sell
is
to a
giving
particular
up is giving up is very easy, right? And
yeah.
since we started, remember when I was talking to you about who Edgar, we've not been able to raise funds. We're trying to raise funds. We're trying to raise funds. There is no capital. There is no money. There is not this. There is not that. It's been a very very hard journey, right? And I mean, you can easily just sit down and be
Mm.
like every other kid, right? It's easy to do, but then
Yeah.
you know, yeah, if you are doing the same thing everybody else is doing, you'll get the same
Accurate.
result everybody else is getting. So that's what
Literally.
entrepreneurs
Literally.
understand, and that's why we don't stop. We never
Mm.
stop.
Mm. I love that sincerely. Makes a lot of sense because as entrepreneurs, you have to actually stay with it. A lot of people give up too early. Yes, I do say
Yeah,
this like just start. Like just start. Whatever you want to do, just start. But the grit to stay with it. If you really love what you are building, you stay with it and try to see.
yeah,
Yeah, you actually need to know when to actually jump out of the market. You need to know
yeah,
when to jump out of it when it is not working. But still,
yeah.
you should be able to try different
I mean,
ways
even
around which
when it
they will
doesn't work, when it doesn't work, you don't go out empty-handed. You would have learned a lot of things that if you would try to start something new at that point in time,
learn a lot of
the kind of experience you have, nobody else probably has it in that same market,
mm, you're right.
and you might be getting out of it
Mm.
probably because you
Just
discovered, oh,
learning.
there's something bigger that I can be building in this same market, and you wouldn't even discover that bigger thing, if you did not try to build that first thing in the first place.
Yeah. Exactly. The same thing that happened with me. If I wasn't building in the first place, if I wasn't building while on campus, I wouldn't have noticed
Yeah,
this kind of problem I'm trying to solve now. You are totally right. While building, you will definitely see something that, oh, it's actually a bigger pain point, or like either a bigger
exactly.
pain point to somebody else, or a bigger pain point to the customer you're
Or a
currently
bigger
building for.
opportunity for you.
Because,
Yeah,
yeah, a bigger opportunity for you, exactly. A bigger opportunity that will open more doors for you. Yeah, that's totally right. So sincerely, sincerely speaking, you've actually hit a lot of points and you've been able to cover a lot of ground. I really enjoyed it. Like I said before,
yeah.
is there any other thing you'd like
Thank
to
you, man.
speak on? Is there any other thing you'd like to go over?
Yeah, that I mean that's pretty much all. If there is anything that I would like to go over, we will not leave here, right? So I mean there are lots of things depending on what topic we decide to discuss.
Hmm. All right,
Do you
let's use
get?
the few
So
million to
the
talk about Tweaker.
uh I mean, it's still the same story, right? The same
Yeah.
foundation that I have in my head is what I'm applying across both of my startups.
Okay.
So yeah, that's like that's pretty much it. I'll just say when you start building, start scrappy. Just start, just like you already said. Just start. Don't try to copy the big dogs. Um, the same traditional people that are in your market. There is a way they are already getting the customers. So don't try to do something new. Try to do the same thing in a new way. The same thing that people are already doing to get
Hmm.
customers in your market. Yeah, try to do that same thing in a
Yeah.
new way, not like something entirely new, because you're not Isaac Newton and you're not about Einstein, right? So don't try to be first. Do things that work, replicate things that are already working before you start trying to get creative.
Hmm. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's all I would just like to add.
Thank you very much for your time. Is there any other thing you'd like to say
Right.
about Tweaker and like the traction on Tweaker? I just want to hear the
Yeah,
traction
Tuka,
about it.
Tuka has been great, right? Tuka has been great. It's been great. It's been great so
Mm.
far, actually. And yeah, it's just we're just currently trying to close partnerships with universities,
Oh, that's
right?
good.
So every single startup has its own unique stories too, and its own unique strategy, right? So that's why, just like I said, in
Mm.
your own markets, try to do the same thing other people are already doing. Platforms like Turnitin, what they do is they license their tool to universities. Do you get? So it's not like they
Yeah.
will do Instagram ads or Facebook ads and then they expect university DVCs to see it that way. Do you get? So
Yeah.
the yeah, the close partnerships with schools. Yeah, and then from there, maybe other individuals will now start seeing it and then using it on their own. You get?
Mm.
But like, yeah, that's what we are doing right now. We're licensing the tool for universities to use because the quality of research papers that are coming out of a particular university is also important. So even if your students
Yeah.
have referenced their documents already, referencing is never too much. And then our tool is the kind of tool you can use to reduce the plagiarism flagging in your research papers. Do you get? If you reference all the necessary documents, um, your paper would easily pass the plagiarism test. Do you get?
Mm.
So that's basically what we're doing, and that's what we're using to sell to universities at the moment. So we're currently in talks with universities in Iceland, all of them. Some universities in Nigeria. We've gotten users from Germany. We've gotten users from China, from the UK, from the US. Do you get? And then we've gotten a lot of media to like publish articles about us, and yeah,
Mm.
that's pretty much took us traction so far. We've gotten a lot of users, even people with annual subscriptions on our platform. So yeah,
That's great to
so
see.
that's it. And with Gasfield, you already know the traction. We've been live since January. We're currently in Abeokuta in Funab, and we've processed like I mean tens of millions, right? We are not in the B's yet. We are not even in the hundreds of millions yet. So, like I said, we're still running our pilot program, and we're gaining a lot of traction. But still, apparently, it's not enough traction to move investors yet. Do you get?
Mm.
So, I mean, if it's another startup running in Silicon Valley with traction that is not even up to ours, do you get? They would definitely have gotten like at least 100K in funding. But this is Nigeria. This is where we found ourselves, and then we just need to grind 10 times more compared to the startups in Silicon Valley. And
This
yeah,
is
that's
Nigeria.
pretty much my journey currently. Yeah, we're
Like you
grinding,
said,
keep
this is
grinding.
Nigeria. Yes, we keep grinding. It's not easy to actually build in this
Yeah,
economy,
yeah.
in a
And
market
then
like Nigeria,
with the
like
way
you
things
said.
are going in
Get
the
pushback.
country's politics right now. Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, with the way things are going
Yes,
in this
another
country right
thing.
now, I'm just wondering if maybe by the time we finish building this thing, I hope there's still a country to sell to.
Literally,
Because
bro. I love that point you just mentioned.
because everything right now is crazy.
Mm.
It's crazy. It's crazy if you think of it. Maybe they will come and call everybody now above 20 years old to come and fight wars. You don't know because it happens in
Yeah.
other countries,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So your country is not exempted. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm.
you can pretty quickly realize that they will call you, give you AK-47 now, come and go and fight war for your country, and you can't escape that.
Yeah.
So I just pray and hope we don't get to that stage.
Yeah, brother. That's my prayer, sincerely. When I see the news every day and I'm like, oh my God, this country, what are we getting into? Because I won't eat on any politician, but I feel like what they're actually doing up there it's, let me say, it's not easy. It's not an easy job to actually be a politician and be in that level they are currently, because they have to deal with. Imagine being the president and you are dealing with health. You are getting information about health issue, get information about insecurity and the likes. All these things on your table as a single human being. Just imagine. So that's the way I kind of see it. Like, it's not easy for them to be who they are and be in the power where they currently are. So I try to cut this slack for them. It's not easy, sincerely, but there's still
Yeah,
more they can do. There's still more they can do to make the livelihoods of Nigerians better every day, because a
better.
lot of Nigerians are suffering. We hear each day people are dying, people are crying. Like, why would somebody be going out, like school students going to school, and they won't return back home? And you say we are living in a country and we have police officers, we have soldiers, we have all these people like out there. Why are we Nigerians? Why are we calling ourselves one as Nigerians if we cannot depend on each other and believe that I can go out and come in safely? So you get it, but I believe all will be fine. Over time, we'll keep praying for the country, keep praying for our leaders in general.
Yeah,
Hopefully, over time, things get better. They said it's not easy,
hopefully.
but we'll keep
Yeah,
praying. Yeah. It's our father's land. Where can we run away to? If you leave the country, people still call you a Nigerian. So yeah,
yeah. Because I mean, you still have families here, right?
exactly. Mhm. Exactly. You're right. So, Abib, it was nice having this conversation with you. Sincerely, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
We've been able to
same
have,
here, Edgar.
I can say, hmm, more of a raw conversation. So I really loved it, and we are having it live on air, which is my first time actually doing this, and I think we did a good job. So yeah, I hope people rate us and leave a comment on how we did, if we did bad, and what we can improve on. Yeah. So thank you very much, Abib. Um,
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you so
we'll
much
be
for
in
having
touch.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have a nice day.
and you're doing great. Let me know who you're going to be inviting to this very soon. Next, so
Okay, who would you
I'll
like me to
sit
invite
back and watch.
next? Whose conversation would you like to hear about, or whose story would you
I
like
don't
to
know.
hear about?
Maybe mm, David. Oh, Ogubanjo.
That name rings a bell.
Do you know who that is? Yeah, he's on the
The
Builders
name rings
Cabal.
a bell. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, is this guy trying to
Oh,
create SIM
oh, oh,
cards
oh, oh! I
for
remember.
children?
I remember him now. I remember him now. I
Yeah,
remember him now. He's based in Abuja, right?
yeah.
I
No,
know him. I
yeah,
know him.
yeah.
I think
Actually, he comes to Lagos quite often, and he bashes Lagos every time he comes. So
yes, literally.
yeah,
I
so
think I have his contact. Yeah. I can work towards
yeah,
that. I can work towards
so
that.
yeah.
He's a kind of busy person,
All right,
so I can work towards him. I can reach out to him.
all right. I mean, we're all busy,
Yeah.
right?
All right, Abib.
But
It
then
was nice
when
listening to your
things like this
story
cope,
and connecting with you once again. Hopefully, we get to
yeah,
talk
same
more
here.
and see where this heads to. Congratulations on your business
Yeah,
progress and everything.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We're just
Have a nice
starting, and
day.
maybe I would invite you to my own talk very soon to talk about pages and attraction.